Hello there. Today we're going to start doing a few videos on vegetables. Yes, the lurgy, the dreaded vegetable, but we all need to eat them and they haven't got to be horrible. Everyone hates Brussels sprouts. I really don't understand why, but I'm going to show you a way of cooking them today that uses the natural sugars in the carrot to sweeten the Brussels without the need of bacon, garlic, any of these. They're all lovely, but this is just a sort of weekday tea vegetable, and you can use half a bag of Brussels, 2 carrots, you get plenty of veg for a good meal. So I've peeled the carrots and we're going to do a funny cut. This allows the sugars to come out. I don't know why, it just does. It works well. So we do one diagonal cut there and then we roll it about 45 degrees and do another diagonal cut. And then we roll it, cut, roll it, cut. This is called a Japanese rolling cut. You don't need to know that, but it just creates a really nice random shape that cooks and releases its sugars nicely into the water. And at the end, just do a couple of cuts like that. And you can see there you've got, let's bring it up a bit, just like these random wedges. But they cook really nicely and they look nice on the plate and they release their sugars well. So I'll cut up the other carrot and then we'll move on to Brussels. Okay, that's the carrots cut. So we're just going to pop those in cold water. Now, as a rule of thumb, if something grows under the ground, you put it in cold water. If it grows above the ground, you put it in boiling water. I'll put in a good wallop of sea salt. Now the Brussels simply prepared. Don't buy the prepared Brussels, because ask yourself, if something's prepared and it's still good in a bag for a week later, what have they done to it to make it that way? So don't buy them. Buy these. It doesn't take long to prep. Cut off that and just take out any nasty looking leaves. The good rule is, if you won't put it in your own mouth, don't expect other people to put it in theirs. So peel that and then take the knife and just about that far in, make a cross. And that allows not only the hot water and the heat to penetrate, it allows the salt to get in there as well, give it a nice flavour. So I'm going to go ahead and do half of that bag. Meanwhile, I'm going to put this on, and when it boils, we'll turn it down slightly, but I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, these are boiling now, so I'm taking off the lid, steaming up the camera, and we'll just turn that down to a simmer. Now, we're not cooking these all the way through. They've already had a bit of a cook, but we want them about 1/3 of the way cooked. They're not there yet. So from the moment it boils, you're probably looking at about 10 minutes before you do the next bit, which is to add the lovely Brussels. So we'll let that simmer for about 5 minutes and have a little poke and see how they are. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's just grab a carrot out, have a little feel. That's about 1/3 of the way cooked. Now, you don't want a Brussels sprout hard, but you don't want it pureed. Some of the things that people hate about Brussels is that they're bitter. Well, that's not going to happen cooking them this way with the carrots. Believe me, it won't happen. Or they're like bullets, whether you've undercooked them, or they're like mush, where you've overcooked them. So about 1/3 of the way with the carrots. Now we're going to drop the Brussels in, turn the heat up a little bit again, so it comes to the boil, and then we'll cook them together until they're cooked. I'm going to say another 5-10 minutes, but keep an eye on them. I don't know the size of your Brussels or your carrots, so I can't give you a time. But cook those together and I guarantee you'll have a lovely thing at the end. So we'll come back in 10 minutes. There we go. It's been about 10 minutes now. Pull out the carrot. Look, your knife goes in nice and easy. They're cooked. You do not want an undercooked carrot. Sometimes a raw carrot's nice, but you don't want a cooked carrot not cooked. And you see your Brussels is opened out, and when you can cut it, you can kind of not see any dry bits. That's it cooked. If you like it really well done, cook it a bit more, but to be honest, that's about there. Nice and tender, nice and sweet. So what we're going to do now, just turn it off and drain it. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is just pop it in a bowl with a sneaky little knob of butter on top to make it all nice. Now, do try this. Please don't hate the Brussels. It's done nothing to you. Just give it a little try. Honestly, they're one of the nicest vegetables there are, if they're prepared properly. Okay, let's just put this in a bowl. There we go, in a nice little bowl. Sneaky knob of butter. Lob that on the top. Believe me, that's going to go with anything. If you're not having gravy, put some butter on. If you are having gravy, don't bother. Just have your gravy. You can see they're soft without being mushy. They're just lovely. Give it a try. We're going to do some other vegetable things as well. But this is just a start. This time of year, this is perfect.